Hello everyone, it's BramButterham and welcome to this Dragon Age Keep video where I will explain how my Dragon Age Inquisition world state will look like, or what it will look like. If you didn't watch my review yet, there is a link down in the description that basically summarizes what the Dragon Age Keep actually is and what you can do, and how we ended up here in the tapestry. So I will go over these tiles now so that you have an idea of what my world state will look like if you either didn't see my Let's Plays or if you cannot really remember what happened there. So starting off with the Dragon Age Origins hero, which is a female elven mage, and the hero is alive and well and survived the battle with the archdemon, survived the blight. So our Neria is going strong. Then, in the Nature of the Beast quest, one of the major plot lines in Origins, we brokered peace between Keeper Zathrian and Witherfang, the werewolves. Athras's wife, Denilah, died since she became a werewolf. This looks suspiciously like the Game of Thrones direwolf, though, but oh well. The artwork overall, by the way, looks stunning, I think. We brought Varathorn some iron bark to make a weapon for us. We helped a Dalish return to his camp. We killed the Hala that was there, and we brought Kamen and Gaina together. And if we click on this, for example, you can see that you have different... You can either cause them to break up, bring them back together, or you didn't do that side quest at all. And then you can approve this answer. So that's what happened in the Nature of the Beast. The paragon of her kind with the dwarves, that's slightly bigger, so we have more choices as well. We defeated Branka. She was power mad and determined to get to the Anvil of the Void to start producing golems again. We stopped that. Harrowmont is the new king of Orzammar. Dagna, now this is actually my favorite choice in the Dragon Age Keep. Dagna is the dwarven scholar who wanted to study at the Circle Tower at Lake Kellenhad, where we grew up. And we have several choices here. We choose that she left for the Circle, left to study. And as you can see, I actually locked this decision as well, because I really want that to hopefully be important in Dragon Age Inquisition. I really hope to see Dagna again. We didn't encounter Marty. I actually have no clue who that is or might be, and therefore we didn't really encounter her son. We told the mother of Ruck, the dwarf who went insane in the Deep Road, that he died, even though he's still alive. We collected all the Legion of the Dead armor and connected it to the Noble House. I think that was what this is about. And if you don't know what it's about, you can click the question mark. Did the warden prove to the shepherd that the Legion of the Dead was connected with a noble house? Okay, so yes, we did that. Then returned the tome to the shepherd. We did that as well. We didn't do Rogak Lyrian side quest deal, which would only make us some money. Zerlinda, I actually have no clue where she was or what she was. Castless child that she gave birth to. I don't even know. I think we left her in Dusttown. We helped Burkle create a chantry in Orzammar, and we helped Orta join the assembly. Now this is a funny one actually, because Orta wanted to know what kind of family she belonged to, and it turns out that she was from the Ortan family, and there was a Tyke in the Deep Roads named after the Ortan family as well, so kind of a big house. And I wonder if she might become important in Dragon Age Inquisition. That would be kind of funny actually. So much for the paragon of her kind. Then the Broken Circle, where we obviously supported the mages, and we kept Irving alive in the battle with how was he called again? Let's see, Uldred. So he is alive, and we did not agree to Cullen's request to kill all the mages in the tower, because hey, we are a mage ourselves, we don't do that. Then our companions and the romances. So I said here that we romanced Alistair. This is actually one decision that I tweaked myself that was sort of different than the way that I played through Origins. But I made Alistair king as well, which we'll see in a bit. And I wonder if it might be helpful or influential if you actually romanced the king of Ferelden in the end. So that's why I choose for this. But you can choose Morrigan, Liliana, Zevran as well, or no one. But I married. Wow, I didn't do that. I romanced Alistair. Then there are some other companion-related decisions. Loghain got executed by the Warden, so we did that ourselves, which actually allowed Alistair to become king. We intimidated the revered mother in Lothering to set Sten free. Then we rescued Sten. Awesome artwork again. We returned his sword. Nathaniel, son of Arl Rendon Howe, is alive and well. We recruited Zevran. But hey, this is not correct. Because he died. Okay. So these are there you saw the conflicting decisions. Apparently in Dragon Age 2 I made some sort of other decision that's only possible when Zevran's alive. But I'm pretty sure that he died because he turned on us in some sort of alleyway of Denerim. We recruited Wynne, and she is alive and well. Alistair became king. And let's see. Oh yeah, so this is what happened to Alistair. Now there are some really sad things here. Apparently you can have him executed, or he died killing the archdemon, or he is still a warden, or he became drunk. Now, by adding this decision, I think that if you choose to go for this, you'll run into Alistair at some point in Dragon Age Inquisition and encounter him as a drunk. I locked this decision since it seems kind of important that he becomes king. Oh yeah, and we remained Alistair's mistress. So, even though he is king and he is married to Queen Nora, who rules with him, I think. Oh. We are still his mistress. Liliana's alive and well. The grimoire. This is actually... refused to face Flemeth. No, that's not really true. I guess I didn't make this decision. Oopsie. We defeated Flemeth and took the grimoire. Because that is how Morrigan learned from the old ritual that she did with Alistair to have an old god baby. And that was the sacrifice for killing the archdemon in Dragon Age Origins. I actually want to lock this decision. This, I think, will play a major role in Dragon Age Inquisition, the whole old god thing, and Morrigan herself, since she didn't really appear in Dragon Age 2. Or not at all, actually. So much for the companions. Then what happened in Denerim. Now, there are many side quests, actually, that I didn't really do. Like Marjolaine. We do know her from the Liliana Song DLC, but we didn't encounter her. We did encounter Goldana, though. We tracked her down. Alistair's sister. We didn't return an amulet to a beggar. I don't even know what that is about. We gave Alfstana. We gave her Ironrick's ring. We did that, I believe. Then we didn't do his assassinations, which seems like a side quest. We did bring some scrolls to Sister Justine that we found in the Frostback Mountains in the Urn of Sacred Ashes quest. The son of Ban Sigurd, Oswin, was tortured. Sir Landry is alive. We did not complete the side quest from Slim Coldry. And we didn't help clear the customers out of the Pearl, and we didn't do anything with the Crimson Ores. So not really much going on in Denerim. Then the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We didn't poison it. Actually, in my Let's Play, I initially poisoned it to unlock the Reaver specialization. Then loaded another save game to then continue with not poisoning the urn. I missed the Landsmeet here. So you can choose who now rules Ferelden, and this I think is a very, very important decision. Since in Dragon Age in Dragon Age Inquisition you'll play in both Orlais and Ferelden. So if you have good ties with the rulers of Ferelden, that seems kind of important, and who that is in the first place. So you have the option of Alistair and Honora, Alistair and the Warden, Honora herself, or Honora and the Warden. But in our case, or in my case, that's Alistair and Honora. Again, if you want to do that differently, and you think, oh shit, I should have made either myself king or whatever, you can do that as well. Then we have the prologue real quickly. Oh yeah, so that's before the Battle of Ostagar. The prisoner, I didn't even know there was a prisoner, but oh well. And we did cure the Mabari Hound by finding some sort of flower, which I forgot the name of. The Arl of Redcliffe. So we helped the people in Redcliffe, as you saw in the review as well. And the decision, yeah, so it's either help or not help. We did help them, though not everyone made it out alive, I believe. We helped them prepare as well. Now this is a funny one actually. Side quest here with Bevan, I think his name is. If we helped him, that we could get his family's sword or something, and we did help him, but that did not go after the sword, so that was kind of stupid. Well, we helped Owen's daughter Valena, I think her name is, helped her escape. And then obviously there is the whole Connor story, the son of Arl Eamon. He can either die, and the demon is alive then, I guess, or free Connor from the demon and have Connor alive, or Connor still under the demon's influence. But in my case, I locked or chained the demon, I guess, as the picture indicates, and kept Connor alive. We spared Lady Isolde by doing the ritual with lyrium instead of blood. And Bella took over the ownership of the tavern after Lemmy or something, or how was he called? The guy that ran the tavern. He died in the battle, I believe. So then Bella took over. That is for the Arl of Redcliffe. Then the Battle of Denerim, where I think... Oh yeah, so this is actually funny. We killed Loghain in the Landsmeet. But you can spare his life as well and actually have the option to recruit him as a Grey Warden. You can probably see that here. No? Okay. But this indicates that Loghain can kill the Archdemon as well, or Alistair, which would mean that Alistair got killed in this process. But we did it. Then there is the DLC, Awakening, or that's actually more of an expansion rather than DLC. We recruited Oghren, obviously, though we couldn't help him in his relationship because our approval was not high enough with him. We protected the keep, Vigil's keep, instead of Amaranthine. Apparently you can save them both, though I didn't know how to do that, so I saved the keep. And then the Architect. Now, this is really, really interesting. In the Dragon Age Inquisition trailers that have been released so far, there has been this talk about the Elder One. Whoa. Oh my god. The Elder One. And we don't know what that is. Is it some sort of Archdemon? Some sort of Tevinter Magister? We don't really know yet. Though we know that the Architect is one of the Darkspawn that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, tried to enter the Fate and overthrow the Maker in his Golden City, then got cast back as the first Darkspawn. I don't know if the Architect is either one of them or not, though he does his research on reverting the Darkspawn process, basically. So as Grey Wardens drink Darkspawn blood to become tainted, the Architect wants to revert that. And I think this might play a really important role in Inquisition. That's why I selected to keep him alive and why I did that in the first place in Awakening. I don't know what happened to my voice there. I maybe should have gotten a glass of water before. Recordings. Okay, so in the Witch Hunt DLC, we did not go through the Illuvian with Morrigan. Apparently you can stab Morrigan as well before she falls backwards into the Illuvian portal. I don't know what that's all about. I only know that I want to see Morrigan returning in Dragon Age Inquisition. And I guess regardless whether you stab her or not, that will happen. But we didn't go through the Illuvian ourselves. And is that the only thing? Really? I guess. Okay. Then the Warden's Keep DLC. In the Warden's Keep... Oh yeah, that was basically included in Origins already. We gained the power of blood. So the research thing that we could take, we gained that power. And we killed both Sophia Dryden and Avernus. You have the option to slay Avernus only, or continue Avernus's research, or, well, apparently allow Avernus to continue ethical research. But I go for this since this is what I have done in Origins. If you played through this as well and you think, oh my god, I should have made that other decision, then you can just go and do that, I guess. And then the Stone Prisoner DLC with Shield that we recruited alive and well. We didn't encounter Kitty. Well, we did actually. Did she possess Amalia? Yeah, Amalia. No, we told Matthias that Amalia could not be saved. And we recruited Shill after that. So that is the Origins. Now for Dragon Age 2, we have our hero, Marion Hawk, the female mage. And you can select whether she either mostly reacted diplomatic, humorous, or aggressive. I think it was mostly cynical or humorous in this sense. Then our companions again. So we romanced Meryl. We killed Bartrand, Varric's brother. Bethany died while escaping Lothering. She was killed by an ogre. Carver, our brother, became a Templar. We helped Varric discover the cause of the haunting. So Bartrand's mansion in Hightown, it was haunted, and we sought that out for him. So we did a side quest. Varric did not keep the Red Lyrium idol. We convinced him to get rid of it, to not go insane. Bethany did not live to see the Mage Templar War at the end of Dragon Age 2. We did not recruit Fenris. That was probably the biggest mistake of the whole playthrough. To forget to do his side quest in Act 1, but oh well. Meryl stayed with Hawk. She is alive and well. We recruited Isabella, though she did not return when running away, as you can see with the Kunari book. We didn't give Isabella to the Arishok because she ran away from us. Meryl did not destroy the Illuvian, that was her side quest, but we actually helped her repair it, or at least attempt to. We didn't approve of Anders blowing up the whole freaking Chantry. Though he is still alive and well, I couldn't execute him. Meryl's clan was not killed. Now apparently... description coming soon, okay. Apparently you can have her whole clan killed. I don't know what that's about, but I think her clan is just alive and well. Apart from Keeper Marathari. Now then, we didn't kiss Talis, because we didn't see him at all, I think. We never met Talis in the first place. Eveline stayed with Hawk. She did not marry Donick. We did not recruit Sebastian because I think he's from the Mark of the Assassin DLC. Hawk and Cullen were not friends. Actually, now I think of this, Cullen is a Templar, but I think we were friends because he turned on Meredith in the end of Dragon Age 2. And on top of that, in Dragon Age Inquisition, Cullen will be one of your three, so far known, three advisors. So you have, as an Inquisitor in Inquisition, you have direct contact with Cullen, your advisor, and if Hawk and Cullen were friends, and Hawk is still maybe influential in Ferelden somewhere, then that might be helpful. Let's go for that. And we are friends with Varric, well, obviously. So maybe that will create some funny dialogue, since Varric will be a companion again in Dragon Age 2. And if you as an Inquisitor, maybe Varric will bring up Hawk at some point, like, hey, that's a good buddy from the old times. I don't know. Then in Act 1, we fought against the Templars. Wait, did we do that in Act 1? Protecting the mages. I think we fought the Templars. Honestly, in Act 1, I cannot really remember, but oh well. We did return some cargo for Martin in a side quest for Varric. Kelder is alive and well, who is the... It's not the magistrate... Is it the magistrate's son? I believe he might be. We did not return Seamus to the Viscount since he got killed by Sister Patrice, if I'm not mistaken. So Ginnis is alive and well. Ginnis died at Hawk's hand after forcing. Oh, yeah, we killed her actually. That was on the Wounded Coast. Oh, wait. We did bring him back to the... Oh, wrong mistake then. Ah, so here you can see the conflicting decisions. Yeah, so I guess we returned him to the Viscount, but after that he still got killed anyway. We killed Danzig, who is a slave trader, I believe. We did not keep him alive. Didn't tell the truth about Ghislaine's wife's death. Oh, that was Ninette. Yeah, so we only gave him the ring that we found. Solved the mystery of the missing miners. Yeah, because that was a higher dragon, I believe. Not really a high dragon, but sort of a big dragon, I guess. We used Sir Thrask's apostate daughter against the Templars. Honestly, I can't really remember what I did here, but I like blackmailing Templar. Iduna is alive and well. Iduna is the exotic wonder from the east. We did not kill her. We gave her a chance. We sent Fainriel to the Circle. Kieran reinstated, I guess, with the Templars. We defended Katogen from the Kunari, the mage. And Karas. Honestly, I can't remember, but I guess we killed him. With the aid of Sir Thrask, that's cool. And that's Act 1, then Act 2. We did kill Gascar Dupuis. We didn't side with Varnell. No, because we killed Varnell. Then we didn't side with Patrice. No, obviously not. This is one of the coolest artworks, I think. Because she got killed by a Kunari. So you see Sister Patrice here, then a Kunari arrow, and in the background you see the awesome logo of the Kunari. Really nicely done. Discovered the looter of Hubert's caravans. We did that, another bone pit quest. We did not help Yevon I guess. Because I don't think I've even come across him. Javaris is alive and well. We didn't kill him. We attacked the raiders without help from... Oh. Okay. Error, I guess. Without the help of guardsmen. No, we actually have fought alongside the guardsmen. Pinro freed and left for the winter. Really? I didn't get possessed. He wasn't made tranquil, but I guess he left for the Winter Empire to study with the Magister, so maybe we'll see him again. And in the end, we killed the Arishok in an epic battle. Then for Act number 3. Nunizio did not seek Hawk out. I guess not, this was tied to the Zevran decision. I don't even know what it's about. Act 3. We didn't find Zevran. I guess because he died in Origins. That's one of the weird things that this just says, that we didn't find him, but he's dead, so obviously you cannot find him. We handed over the conspirators to Orsino. We did that as well. We rescued Nathaniel and did Deep Roads. Reunited Charade with Gamlen, so this is actually one of our nieces that we didn't know before. Returned Emile du Lancer to the circle, which is awesome. Again, this just the artwork, I love it. We let Karen go, the Templar who had good intentions. We killed the massive dragon at the Bone Pit, and in the end we sided with the mages. So this is maybe the most important decision in the Dragon Age Keep, since Inquisition will take place where basically the Mage Templar War is still raging, ongoing. So whether you side with the mages and defeat the Templars, that would probably have quite a big impact on the Worldstate and Inquisition. But we sided with the mages, and actually it might not be a bad idea to unlock that answer, just in case. So that for Act number 3, then the prologue. So yeah, we joined the mercenaries in the beginning. Kind of a pointless decision, I feel, but oh well, it's still in there. And then there's the Legacy DLC. This actually made me buy the DLC. I already finished my playthrough, or my Let's Play of Dragon Age 2, before I was allowed entry to the closed beta of the Dragon Age Keep. And I saw this decision then. It was like, oh, what? Decisions about the Legacy DLC? Oh, I have to buy this now. So I did that. And that should be on... yeah, it should be on YouTube already. We found Malcolm's will, so our father's will. He had left traces of his legacy behind the ancient prison, unaware his child would one day follow in his footsteps. Okay. So we found his will, and then we sided with Jenica instead of Larais. And that, my friends and friendettes, is the world state for Dragon Age Inquisition. I saved it as Neria's LPs, since, well, our two protagonists were called Neria, and it's a Let's Play that I did. So we can then go and export to DA Inquisition. I actually do not yet know what will happen if I click this button now, since it's not yet installed on my Origin account. But if you do this, you have to make sure that you are logged in on the profile that preferably you played with on Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 as well. That enables the sync in when starting the Dragon Age Keep. And then when you link this to your correct Origin account, you have this save file now, this world state, and you can export it. Oh, no, let's wait with that for a bit. And then it should just load your Dragon Age Inquisition once it comes out on November 18th or 21st, depending on where you live. And you can start a game. And you can have up to 5 saved world states, if I'm not mistaken. So I have 3 at the moment. One that I messed up a bit. One to do the previous video, and this is my my full world state that I will actually use. You can watch your story again, so play, and I think that will incorporate all of this then. Share and randomize. So if you just don't care at all, you can randomize it all. And share it with your friends, I guess. So see if who they made king, or if you are interested in that, you can do that with your friends. So John and Bloodley, you all have to start playing this so we can share our world state. And that's it for this review. Now you know what my world state for Dragon Age Inquisition will look like. And now that we've made all the decisions in the tapestry, I will play the whole story, and it will be again narrated by Varric.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a mage living in the Circle Tower at Lake Calenhad. Drawn into an escape plot by another mage, the hero became snared in the Circle's dangerous politics. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the mage escape to a new life as a warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession, and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisting other circle mages into abominations. The hero fought to the top of the tower and defeated Uldred, saving the remaining mages. Grateful for their lives, the mages joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrain himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. The hero freed the werewolves from the long-standing curse, and the Daedalus joined the Warden's forces. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caridin to forge mighty war golems. The hero helped Caridin destroy the Anvil of the Void, along with the dark secrets that could trap a living soul inside a mechanical construct. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly. Lord Haramont claimed the crown of Orzammar. His traditionalist values keep dwarves first in all things, and safely as far underground as possible. With Dwarden's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain, so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn, before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. Loghain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The hero participated in a mysterious dark ritual with Morrigan, and the Archdemon was killed without the sacrifice of a Grey Warden's life. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Alistair, King Caelin's half-brother, and Queen Enora, Caelin's widow and daughter of Loghain, joined in a political union. Together, they ushered Ferelden into a new era. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawke family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver, hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. As a mage with a family legacy of magic on both sides, Hawke naturally became involved in the events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious witch of the wilds. Hawk's sister Bethany never reached the Free Marches. She was killed by Darkspawn while defending her family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawk was forced to work for a band of mercenaries. All the while, Hawk and Carver did their best to hide Hawk's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawk could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawk met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Out of concern for his safety, Hawk insisted that Carver stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawk did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawk learned that Carver had joined the Templars, pursuing his own fate instead of living in his sibling's shadow. The gold Hawk recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered, a deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Qunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Qunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Qunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Qunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Qunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Qunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arashok of the Qunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Qunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Qunari leader. Hawk fought the Qunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arashok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Qunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle. until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against Chantry rule. Though Anders had done the unforgivable, something stayed the champion's hand. Anders survived the day, although many others did not. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawk saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawk was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing: Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawk saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawk's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for future Dragon Age videos to be uploaded soon. Thanks for watching, guys.